Hola, my Virgo lovers. How are you? I'm MJ from Natal TV. Welcome to my channel. So great to be here with my Virgos. I'm a Virgo moon. This is my bespoke natal chart. I ordered one of these from another channel named The Roots, and her name is Maz. You can find her details in the description box below. You can see she makes these very unique natal chart paintings, and I absolutely love them. And loads of the Ultra Love TV tribe have now purchased them. So if you want one by Christmas, you better put your order in. Straight up, you can find her email down there. All right, you guys. So my intention for these intuitive tarot readings is really to offer people divine guidance and love and clarity in their spiritual awakening and transformational journey. I had spiritual awakenings almost 20 years ago, and that set me off on an intuitively guided path based on very profound empathy and emotional awareness and emotional intelligence, and an insight that there is to be a paradigm shift on the planet, which in my awareness has been happening ever since, really, ever. So, holla! Part of, from my point of view and my personal direct experience, part of a spiritual awakening journey is very emotionally healing, very deep emotional processing. In my book, which is called The Fearless Life Guide, I call these the emotional storms, which the more mindfulness and meditation we practice and the more embodiment work that we do, we can typically just get better and better at holding space for ourselves to process these deeper healings, as it were. And through healing and integrating the emotional body, we can ultimately transform the program of our mind, the brain function, really. So welcome to Hello TV. Virgo, you guys are just juicy, aren't you? I don't think juicy is the right word for Virgo. Just a bunch of love, really. All right, my Virgos. So let's get some cards here for you. Divine guidance and love and clarity for my Virgo. You guys know, if it's resonant, then feel free to book a private reading, hang out. If it's not resonating, then just leave it behind. Don't take on board stuff or information that doesn't feel good to you. You don't need to do that to yourself. You know, be around people that empower you to your freedom. Holla. Okay, Virgo. So we're definitely coming out with some tough energy here. Limitation, blocks, holding on tight. I feel there for this is sort of like a major reading for whomever it's gonna be for, as far as like this is the end of a major cycle and you're being called upon, and yet this is about justice, and you overcoming always having to defend yourself or always having to kind of protect yourself. You're finally coming out of that energy. The Star card is helping you to really heal in finality any grief that you've been struggling with, this sense of like waiting around. It's like I'm talking about the emotional storms, right? Part of perhaps why I said that was that in this reading it looks like there's still a bit of emotional storm, so there could be some intensity on the emotional level, and yet what the Star card here is saying, the Star card is supported by the Ten of Cups, which is like one of the happiest, just the most fulfilled you could be, basically, and the feeling level. And then it's being guided by the star. So like you're on an expansive ride here. Like you're definitely headed for some sweetness, for some joy. And yet bear in mind that joy could come on the other side of some profound emotional healing or spiritual healing, or an experience that basically it's saying, like, through going through that dark tunnel, through really digging in and processing and healing some heartache or forgiving grievance or letting go of people you've lost, it's like that's on the other side of that grief, that's your manifestation. That's when everything's coming in for you. Because there's this feeling when I'm looking and feeling at the cards of like, this is the deal has been done, kind of thing. It's a sealed deal. Is that an expression? Because Hierophant Justice in the upright is like, you're not going back to that tight feeling. You're not going back to manipulation the line in the sand is being drawn. You're choosing justice and fairness. You know that you're in your power, and so you're not going to even bother defending yourself anymore or even protecting yourself anymore. You're simply in your power. This is bringing a great sense of joy. This is bringing a great sense of inspiration and possible, like, not movement. It doesn't necessarily look like there's moving to different places, but there is certainly moving up the vibrational ladder, getting really, really joyful, bearing in mind that you could come up and then suddenly have a bit of a like different energies start to stir up, and you have quite a profound emotional healing in the month of July, and yet that sets you on your course, as it were. Yeah, it sets you on that path of like mega joy, stardom. This is funny for some of you. It's like it could be time for you to be seen. I'm for some reason picking up that that's not necessarily a desired effect for some of you, like you're not bothered about that, and yet for whatever reason, and as I'm saying that, this is the card that popped out. Maybe something you've done in the past, or I feel like it, for some of you, it might be a literary thing, like you've submitted an article into a writer's competition, or a photograph, or just something you've worked on. You've probably worked pretty hard on it too. So you're gonna go have some success with that. And yet it's not because you're like trying to be successful, because really you're in the flow and you're just dropping a bunch of burdens and choosing to focus on your joy, and that is being supported by by a kind of a line in the sand, an authoritative step into yourself. Essentially, that's justice. That's bringing you justice. That feeling inside is what's helping relieve you from those past patterns, essentially dropping the protective, resistant defense mechanisms and simply aligning with your star power. That's going to help you heal some of these final blocks to your manifestation, going with the flow, and you've got a lot of success on the cards here, Virgo. Nice reading. All right, my lovers, I'll see you guys next month. It's always a joy to do some private readings for you guys, so if you want to book a private one, feel free to do so. There's a lot more time spent with your energy there, so feel free to go check that out. Have a great month of July, Virgo. I look forward to seeing you next month. Take care. Peace out.